Hello, this is my live video for creative and computing. This is my research, evaluation, and speaking about the processes. And in front of us, we have a website for the person that gave me the brief. Their name is Flamey. They're a young designer who is interested in technical processes with fabrics. Here is a design which uses thermochromic inks, which basically changes color. And then we have some other archive stuff which I use as research. So this is one research piece that I got for the gist of what I was going to do for the brief, and it's a analog TV which has got switches where you turn them to create this visual effect, and this is a video playing in the background, and then all of those knobs do something. And then with that, I remembered that intro from The Matrix, which I then also used as research. This is all sort of, I don't know why I keep on saying research so much, this is all the research process. And then going on from that, we have a mood board, which is a bunch of images which I felt which gave off the vibe quite heavily, correlating with the last two pieces that we just saw. And then this is one piece that I would say also relates. It's a 3D brain scan, kind of a JavaScript effect created by Divine Augustine, and it's very cool. I've never seen anything like this before in the free.javascript. This is so moving on to the next bit of the next example of something that I found quite inspiring. It's this twig which you can rotate. It's a bit jaggedy. That's the only downside. This bit doesn't really. It's not that smooth. But then you can change it to. It's very cool. It's got heat spectrum to it. There's another one, which is a gem. You can click on auto rotate. You can change the color. Wow, look at that diamond. The color on this is really incredible. Like, this is one of my favorite pieces that I found. Then we have a similar piece to the first piece that we looked at, which is another, I think it's a pair of lungs. You can change all the settings. It reminds me of something of Alien that H.R. Geiger would have done. I'm also quite inspired, as you can see, by H.R. Geiger. Like, this kind of stuff, it kind of goes like even this shape here. But I'll show you the main cool thing about this shape. This material, you can change the color of it to anything you want. So it adds such a level of end user interaction, because there's so much to do. You can click that, just so much stuff you can click. Oh wow, it's really breathtaking. This is another of my favorite pieces, to be fair. And then now I move on to the actual piece that I made for the client. This is a spinning logo, 3D dimensional, a 3D logo that spins. It's reacting to this static sound playing. It's jittering, which directly correlates to the piece that we looked at earlier. The main issues that I had with doing this was there was one which was actually getting the file to be read by free.java, and this required I had to use Maya to export it as FBX file format, then go online and then convert that again to a GLB, because the GFTL file format didn't actually work. And then with that, for some reason the scaling was off, and it threw the object way up in out of the scene. You couldn't see it when it was jittering, because it was jittering loads at this point. This is after a lot of tweaking. It jitters nicely. It doesn't go off the screen. I had to descale it because I found out it was the scaling that was off, so I fixed that. And then the next part was to try and implement one of these wheels, and this was incredibly hard to do with the minimal stuff I could find online. There was literally no help online, and because I was relying so much on that because of the current climate of things, it was really, I had to, because there was only a short time you could get during the tutorials, you had to really ask the right questions. And sometimes I didn't ask the right questions, and I went down a rabbit hole of importing my own dampening controls into my JavaScript project, because uh, I was trying to get a gravitational kind of slow down effect on my object, and this was really it was difficult to do. So that was where one of the times I wasted during my interactions with some of the team that help us. And then moving on from that, the same with shadows. I added a cube in here, and now it's now commented out or deleted, so I could try and get my shadows to work. But that was a bit of troubleshooting. I couldn't get that to work. But then, yeah, this is my project. Thank you for listening. Sorry that it's a bit longer than it's meant to be. It's 6 minutes, but hopefully you get the gist of everything I'm trying to say. Definitely next time I would read more forms to try and just get a better understanding of how these menus are made, because that would really take my work up to the next level, like the wow factor. Because right now I'm really impressed with how smooth it's turned out. It's really nice. The sound isn't too loud, it doesn't get irritating, and the jittering is just so subtle. It's just what I wanted. But then it's just this menu would have just took it up. Wow. But yeah, thank you for listening. That's all.